All right, so we want to do 7.2, number 33, and we're thinking to ourselves,
31.
sorry, 31, and we're thinking to ourselves, holy crap, this one's different, right? No? Okay. All right,
Big
so
down there, math major.
what do I need to
Know
do
it
to
all.
this one? Okay, in the end here, I'm going to need to divide everything by 5, right? And also what?
Get the D's on one side and numbers on the other.
Yeah, you get everything with a V on the left and everything with a number on the other side. Which one do you want to do first?
3V. To these.
I'd move this stuff around before you fiddle with dividing. Because if I divide first, then I'll have to move fractions around, and fractions scare the Jesus out of
Me
me,
too.
right?
Me too.
Okay, so let's start with, which stuff do I want to move first?
Minus 3V.
The 3v. So we want to move the 3v, so we subtract 3v from both sides. I've got 5v squared minus 2v. You guys all see that?
Yeah.
There's a combined like term set there. Plus 1 is
2.
2. Okay, then what's your next step?
Minus 1.
Move the 1 over, subtract 1. So you've got 5v squared minus 2v is 1. Okay, now what? Divide by 5. Okay, so if I divide by 5, I get, here, I'll do this one for you.
Minus 2/5. 2/5 V.
Minus 2/5 v equals 1/5. Yeah? Okay, so what's my next step?
You could try.
Yeah, throw in some blanks, right? Magic blanks. So I got v squared minus 2/5 v plus blank equals 1/5 plus blank. Now what? Okay, so I need to think about this as something squared, right? What's the first part of the parentheses going to be? A v. Okay, so what are you doing to get from this step to that step? Dividing by 2, right? What's a multiply by 1/2 might be a better way to think on this one, right? You guys all see that? If I multiply by 1/2, what do I get? It's negative, and it's 1/5, or 2/10 maybe is the more intuitive thing. Simplify or don't, either way. Okay, and wait. I just did that, right? What do I do now? Oh, this is going to equal 1/5, right? Wait, what? Why? Okay, see that? I was thinking about this thing is this, right? Until I fill in that blank, that's not true. You guys see that? I modified this. I added something there. What did I add there?
Squared it.
Yeah, it needs to be 1/5 squared, right? To fill in the blanks.
Yeah. It's 1/25.
Okay, so, wait, positive or negative? Why?
Negative times a negative.
Because it's always positive is a good answer. Because it's a negative times a negative is another good answer. So 1/25 in all 3 spots. Cool? All right, what do I get?
6 V minus 1/5 squared.
So I got v minus 1/5 squared
is equal
equals,
to 6/25.
how'd you get that?
Well, because you need a common bottom number.
Okay, so here I'm going to think common bottom is
5.
25.
Right.
So I've got 1/25 plus
5/25.
5/25? How'd you get there? Yeah, so this little step here was multiply by 5/5, right? Just that term. Why am I allowed to multiply just that term by something? Yeah, because it's 1, right? So if I simplify it, it'll be the same problem I had just a second ago. Exactly. Multiplication by 1 doesn't change the value, right? Okay, so I got v minus 1/5 squared is 6/25, right? Okay, now what?
Extract 2 words.
Oh, cool. Complete this square is done, right? Okay, now what? Okay, plus or minus the square root of both sides. So I got v minus 1/5 is
Plus or minus.
square root of 6 over 5. You guys all see that? You all see what they forgot?
Plus or minus.
Plus or minus. I would really advise towards writing plus or minus square root of 6/25, and then simplifying. The reason I advise that is if you're trying to do 2 or 3 things at once, your mind's really only good at holding about 6 things at a time. And on this, you have to hold this number, this number, this number square root. The fact that you can't square root that one, and then this stuff in your head. That's like 9 things already, right? Which means that you're probably going to lose the plus or minus. You see that? This is why you can't memorize a whole phone number in 1 repetition. Okay, so I take this thing and simplify, right? So if I simplify, I get v minus 1/5 is plus or minus that root 6/5 that you guys all saw. Now what? Okay. Add 1/5 to both sides, so I got v is 1/5 plus or minus root 6/5. Then what? Okay, there should be 2 answers. So v is, or b is. One plus root 6/5, or 1 minus root 6/5. You guys all with me on that? Why did I stick them both over 5? You guys all see that? Because we're really counting fifths, right? This thing's saying you've got 1/5, and that thing's saying you've got, well, however many root 6s fifths, right? So I can count that as 1 and also root 6 fifths. Or 1 take away root 6 fifths. You guys cool with this? I'm not going to, right, so if you were to write v is 1 plus root 6, which is 1/5 plus root 6/5, or v is 1/5 minus root 6/5, right? I'm not going to take any points off for this. Both things are fine. Cool? Questions on this one? How do we know we can't do any better than root 6? Yeah, you can't factor a square out of it, right? It's 3 times 2 times 1, but factoring a 1 doesn't do me any good. You guys see that?